Have some of that, the Canaries. How's it going, everybody? Let's be having you. Where are you? That's where we are. We had them. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with a post-match reaction, sort of celebration video for you, really, for the Man United versus Norwich City game that's just finished 4-0 at Old Trafford to the mighty Red Devils. Come on, get in there. Oh, yes, that's what it's all about. That's what we've been missing. Oh! Clean sheet at home, 4 goals scored, finally something to celebrate and enjoy and actually entertain ourselves with. Actually a decent game of football for United fans to watch there. Actually an attacking display throughout the entire 90 minutes. Actually dominant against a shite team we should be dominating. They're bottom of the table. For a reason, we've got to be better in Norwich, and we did today. That didn't happen a couple of weeks ago. When we played Watford, though, we lost to them. They were bottom of the table at the time. It's a bit of a potential banana skin this game, like I say, because it's so it was so expected to get the result. Thankfully, we did absolutely outstanding out there. We battered the Canaries. We took the Canaries down the metaphorical mine and we suffocated them with noxious gases. That's what happened out there today. Have some of that. Have some of that, all you Norfolk folk out there with your extra finger and everything. Have some of that. United dominant against the Canaries today. Have some of that, Danny Farker. Anyway, sorry to be a twat. I'm just buzzing because United have been so shit recently. And this was actually a decent display. I know we're only playing Norwich. I know they're bottom of the table. But that hasn't stopped United bottling it and melting all over the place before now. So I'm very happy about it. I thought it was a good display from United. I mean, it wasn't absolutely amazing. You have to remember the opposition we're playing, but considering we have struggled at home, considering we have struggled against some of the lesser teams, just being able to unlock them, break them down. Today we created a lot of chances. It was a good display by United in most departments. You know, we got the clean sheet, we scored 4 goals. Marcus Rashford was fantastic today, got himself 2 goals, absolutely amazing. Martial has got himself on the score sheet, which is great to see. Adds to that, just builds the confidence up. And of course, Mason Greenwood came on in the second half and scored an absolute freaking RVP quality standard goal here. Just found an extra half a yard, slotted it away from distance past Tim Krul in the bottom right hand corner. Amazing stuff from United today. So the goals today were brilliant. I thought Juan Mata has been an absolute little magician for us over on that right hand side. I was looking at the game at the start of the game thinking, oh my days, what sort of a lineup is this in terms of having Juan Mata out on the right? He's not pace, he can't beat a man. Turns out you don't really need to. Turns out you could just David Beckham it. Turns out you don't have to be able to beat a man. You could just whip a killer pass in, which completely undoes the defence, which is exactly what happened for that first goal for United. Juan Mata, the creator, providing the assist, wide position, cuts inside, unleashes a left foot pass right out the top drawer. Marcus Rashford makes a perfectly timed run and slots it past Tim Krul to give us the opener. I mean, he was generally all over the place today, Juan Mata, I thought, in terms of creating, in terms of having positive impact in the final third with the interplay with the players and finding a final product and a final ball. We've really lacked that recently, just the ability to cut open a defence. And Juan Mata certainly does possess that. On his day anyway. Obviously not every player is going to perform to the best of their abilities all the time, but Juan Mata today certainly performed and bossed it out there. Come on, Juan! That's what we want to see out there, you know. None of this mediocrity stuff. We know you're a technically gifted quality player. We want to start seeing him producing it out there regularly like he did tonight. Great display from the lad. My man of the match, though, I'm just going to kick it off with right now, and then we'll get into your comments and stuff. But I want to kick it off and say my man of the match is probably the left back, Brandon Williams. He's 19 years of age. To have that sort of an impact out there today, bombing down that left-hand side, you know what I mean? He was absolutely freaking Hiroshima in it, down that left-hand side for United. Overlapping, getting balls in, causing all sorts of problems. He won a penalty for United with Rashford put away. I mean, we have found ourselves a very, very special player, you know. Is he the new Roberto Carlos? Maybe. But either way, I know that's ridiculous to say, but either way, we've found ourselves a tremendous left back there. Ollie deserves credit, bringing him through, giving them the opportunities. He's now just first name on the team sheet in a lot of ways. Okay, obviously not first name on the team sheet, but he's first name in that position. Luke Shaw, he's had his day. He's not as good as Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams already, with 10 games experience in the top flight, is already a more complete player and a more passionate determined, motivated player than Luke Shaw ever will be, in my opinion. So I think that that's brilliant that we've done that. Let's talk about the goalkeeper, David De Gea. Quiet game, didn't have anything to do, really. Couple of shots at him late in the game. Nothing to say there. The back line, though, much better performance than we've seen recently from the likes of Slabhead, Harry Maguire. He's fresh back from his bloaty head surgery that he had done. They deflated his head, they popped it, they reinflated it, and he's back in United's back line, which I wasn't actually expecting to see today. I thought he would be nowhere near the starting 11 because he's been injured, he's carrying that big slab around. I thought there's no way he'll be back. But he was in the lineup today, which is brilliant, because anything that gets Phil Jones, Calamity Jones, away from the starting lineup is good with me. So Harry Maguire started the game. That was great. Partner in Victor Dwindloff. And Wan-Bissaka over on the other side was very, very good indeed. I thought the backline's done a good job defensively today. They didn't really have anything to do, man. I mean, we dominated them. And we dominated them in every aspect of the game, which has been unusual for United recently, even in midfield. Even Manchester United's midfield performed well today and dominated Norwich City. That's how bloody good we were. Now, Matic, he got the required 10,000 volts up the jacksie before the game, and Frankenstein's monster came alive. He's alive! And he was alive out there. I thought he was pretty decent today. Very solid. I think him and Fred, it does give you more defensive stability than Fred and pretty much anybody else that you could select him with at the moment in this United side. So that's good. Matic was the defensive sort of player there, and it allowed Fred the opportunity just to coast forward a little bit, just to get his head up and pick some nice passes. And I thought Fred did a really, really good job of spraying the ball around for us from that midfield position today. Respect to Fred. Yabba dabba doo. Come on, my son. Get in there. It's the new midfield duo for Manchester United. It's the new Keane and Scholes. It's Fred and Matic. No, I'm kidding, of course. But today they've done a great job. So fair play to them. Very, very happy with that. Over the moon for the fact that our midfield actually put out a decent performance. That's more than anything that I take away from it. The three players in front of them, let's just get into them and talk about them a little bit. Marcus Rashford was absolutely fantastic today down the left and down the right and down anywhere else he wanted to go either. Very good performance from Marcus Rashford. Comfortable, dominant, got himself a couple of goals, kept himself together for that second goal, which, of course, the penalty against Tim Krul, which he slotted away. Krul got a little palm to it, but it was just Krul enough to take it past him. Too much power on it. And his first goal, of course, capping off Juan Mata's brilliant cross. Juan Mata's brilliant bloody cross, man. Juan Mata, man. Oh, that's what we've been missing, Juan! Where has that been? I want to see that from Juan Mata today, because he was just passing it all over the gaff. He was really, really pulling the strings for United at times, and I want to see more of that. I really do. You know, he's a technically gifted player. I've always rated him. I just think recently he's just been too inconsistent, like a lot of United's players, to be fair. The team's just been a little bit shite in general. So it is difficult for players, but I hope Juan Mata stays a United player. I hope he we start to see him selected more often than not now, because I think he's one of our better players that we got on the side. I'd rather have Juan Mata playing, who's got the technical ability, who's got the vision, who's got the the qualities and the character, than bloody Jesse Lingard or something who's just a headless chicken. I'd all the time like to see Juan Mata play instead of Jesse Lingard, say. So I think that was a good decision today out there to give Juan Mata the nod. Andreas Pereira's actually put in a decent performance today. Very impressed with Andreas Pereira after a couple of weeks of mediocrity from him. Really decent display from Andreas Pereira. And up top there, Anthony Martial. He worked his socks off. He kept trying and trying. He was rewarded in the end with a goal on the score sheet. Get in there, Anthony Martial. Fantastic to see him getting himself a goal. And then I just want to talk about a special young player we've got at the club, which is Mason Greenwood. During the game, I didn't even know he was on the bench. I must have missed when he was off the bench. I must have missed when he was subbed on. But he came on. He got an opportunity. The ball fell to him. Fred played a ball over the top. It was not dealt with by Norwich's defence. It lands at the feet of Greenwood. He takes it to his left. There's 3 yellow shirts in between him and the goal. He takes it to his left. He finds half a yard of space, and he unleashes a venomous left-footed strike along the ground, which deceives Tim Krul, and he goes and it finds its way just into the bottom right-hand corner. It was an amazing finish. I mean, what is it with Mason Greenwood? He doesn't just score normal, boring goals, this man. He scores sensational goals. Like, people like to compare him to Robin van Persie because of his style and his movement and the way he plays. It's so true. It's so strange how you can associate certain players that are from different footballing cultures and different countries and different time periods and say that they have a similar style. And it's so true, man. They really do. You can see that with Greenwood. He's like a young Robin van Persie. You know, Messi was like a young Maradona or whatever. There's loads of different comparisons you can make. Rashford's like a young Ronaldo. So, you know, we've got a young RVP, we've got a young Ronaldo. Maybe that's a little bit too much high praise. We'll probably never see another Ronaldo. But you know what I mean? Like, those styles of players that we've got out there. That's fantastic. Very, very happy with the overall display performance. What can I say? Dominant. We've battered the Canaries. We suffocated them. They couldn't deal with us whatsoever. We've basically just completely abolished them to the Championship now, really. You know, they're quite a considerable distance behind. They're well at the foot of the table there. No Timo Pukki today, which is very fortunate for us because he's by far their best player or their most effective player this season anyway. They've got some other good players. Todd Cantwell is one that United are possibly looking out for. Didn't really get an opportunity to shine at all today, but we know he is a very good player, one that United should be looking to, looking to potentially bring in my opinion. He's the right sort of young player. He fits the right mould. Sure, he looks like a little bit of a girl, or like he's been living in a concentration camp for a couple of weeks, but he's a young lad. Do you know what I mean? He's a young lad, so he will get more muscular, he will get more physical. Plus, it's not really about that for his game anyway. Is he the next Adnan Januzaj, though? Probably. Let's just get into the match stats quickly before I get into your thoughts and opinions in the live comments. Thanks for everybody who's joining me right now, by the way. There's a bunch of you legends in here. Do us a favour. Smash a cheeky little like on this post-match reaction show. Please give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel as well. We do post-match reactions after every single United game and live watch-alongs also. Thanks to everybody who got involved with the live watch-along today. Bunch of legends. But the match stats for the game today, they're very flattering to United because we battered them. Of course they're flattering. They're not flattering, actually. They're justified. Anyway, 60% possession to United. So we dominated possession. So we should at home. 13 shots on target. 13 shots, 6 on target to Norwich's 8 and 3 on target. So we have dominated them. We've had a bunch of more corners than they have. It was just generally a dominant display by Manchester United at Old Trafford. And considering we have struggled at Old Trafford and we have struggled against these lesser teams that we should be beating, I'm very, very happy and positive with the 4-0 victory. Get in there, my son. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you know, it's nothing to really write home about this result, even though it's a 4-0 victory and a clean sheet. Because we're playing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, though, it does relieve some of that tension and that pressure that has been on his shoulders a little bit, because it just, you know, it just gives us that little shot that we needed. We put in a really good display tonight, and there was so much speculation before the game that if Norwich City was to somehow get a result against United and somehow able to win this game, then Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job would probably be over at United and he probably would get sacked. And if you lose to bottom of the table Norwich a couple of weeks after losing to bottom of the table Watford, then, you know, that's only gonna convince more of the fan base and maybe the owners that perhaps he's not the right man. So this was a huge game for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He might not have been that animated out there. He's probably more animated than usual. But there was so much riding on this game for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So for him to navigate it with a 4-0 victory, Rashford getting a couple, Greenwood coming on his substitute. I thought his in-game management was good today. I know it was an easy game for us and we've got the job done, but not afraid to make a change. You know, Rashford was on a hat-trick. He took him off in the 59th minute just to rest him, just to save him, because job's a good one. No need to, to expel any more energy from the lad. It would have been nice to see somebody get a hat-trick since, the first time since 2013, though. But it wasn't to be. It would have also been nice to see Manchester United smash 5 goals in at home, which I also think would have been the first time since 2013. So, you know, it's not a perfect game of football for us today, but definitely a really dominant display by us and a very, very positive result. Let's get in the comment section then, lads and lasses. Like I say, smash a like on it. Get your thoughts in the live chat then, and we will delve into it. Niraj, I can't speak today. Niraj SC comments, Pig, we got Wolves midweek, then Liverpool next weekend. How do you think we should go about rotating the squad and how we prioritise the games? Resting any players midweek, question mark. Niraj, you make some very, very astute points there. I mean, I think you've got to, if you are going to rest anyone, you've got to rest a couple against Wolves, or do you do it the other way round, thinking, you know what, the Liverpool game's probably a bit far from us, we're not really going to win that game, maybe that's the game to rest the players, and as silly as it sounds. Now, you can't really be resting players, but the fact is United have a skeleton squad, we've got injury problems, we are going to have to rest some players, which is why you saw Rashford come off, which is why you saw the substitutions by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in this game. I mean, yeah, I don't really know. I think he's going to have to make some changes. He's going to have to rest somebody in the Wolves game to keep them fresh for the Liverpool game. Who that may be, I don't know. Maybe he could play Greenwood up top there and give Martial a rest, or maybe he could give Rashford a rest in the Wolves game. Probably not. I don't know. We need all of our big players at the moment. That's the problem. We don't have the squad depth capable enough of actually resting that many players right now. We'll see what happens. Thank you very much for your comment there, my friend. David Hammond comments, no shin guard, easy 3 points. Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it? Jesse Lingard's nowhere to be seen. Jesse Lingard's nowhere near the side. Phil Jones is nowhere near the side. And suddenly there's no calamities. Suddenly United actually play decent football. Strange that, isn't it? If you don't play your shit players, you don't play shit. Strange that, eh, Ollie? Ted Zavala comments, you need another show, Tea Time with Nicola. She'll love that. It will be a show of pure mediocrity then. Judging by the tea standards. No, I'm joking. She makes a decent tea, to be fair. I was only played around. Raj Taj Mahood comments, gonna enjoy match of the day tonight. Get in there, Raj. Get in there, my son. Absolutely. Can enjoy that one for a change. Ruthless Sausage comments, I thought Ashley and Jesse were brilliant today. You're not wrong there. It was the best performances I've seen by Ashley Young and Jesse Lingard all season long. Stunning performances from the lads. Obviously they weren't playing. Gatcha Wolf Gamer comments, brilliant analysis, Pig. Sorry missed the watch along, but found out the score by you. Wow, we scored 4 goals. Wow, still only Norwich, but this will be good for morale. Gatcha Wolf, thank you very much for your comment. Yeah, fully agree. It's a very good one for confidence, for morale. 4-0, clean sheet. Nice that David De Gea hasn't made any calamities again. Nice that the backline didn't make any calamities again, and they performed solidly. Nice that our midfield, Matic and Fred, performed well. Great that Juan Mata had a very positive, influential game up there. Fantastic that Rashford's got himself a couple of goals. I mean, we were talking at the start of the season, weren't we? And we were saying, can Marcus Rashford be that player this season for United who scores 20 plus league goals? And most people said no, including myself. I said no, I think he'll get like about 15 at best. But, I mean, I don't know the actual figure, but he's probably not that far away from that now. Considering there's a lot of the season left to go, what has he scored, like 13 league goals this season already? Somewhere around there. He's doing a bloody good job, is Marcus Rashford. So he may well hit that 20-goal figure come the end of the season. And he has had a brilliant season so far, just in those terms alone. Stats-wise, the stats don't lie. Rashford's doing the business for us. Ole Gunnar's rested him for the game midweek, of course, once we got the job done today. The correct thing to do, even though you could have left him on there to get his hat-trick. No player wants to come off the pitch, but it was the right thing to do. Thank you very much for your comment there, Gatcha Wolf Gamer. Yeah, over the moon with the win. 4 goals, what can you say? Stunning performance. Poor opposition, but, you know, let's say that about Norwich. They didn't really turn up today. They have been good. They showed at the start of the season that they're a good outfit. They had Timu Pukki setting the world alight. Their overall team ethic and team style was so good at the start of the season. They really had a point to prove. Now, though, it's just completely tapered off and petered out, and now they're really struggling. They're in a complete relegation battle. I mean, they're bottom of the league here. So they're not expected to stay up. They probably won't stay up. Daniel Farke, I think he's done a decent enough job with them, but just recently they've really started to bottle it, but they're not expected to go to Old Trafford and get a result here. So it's a bit harsh for me to say that, but they are still bottom of the league for a reason. Bernardine comments, get in, come on United, Tony scores again, get in there my son. Anthony Martial getting on the score sheet as well, big. I was talking about Rashford's impact and the goals that he scored this season. Well, Anthony Martial's got to keep them flowing, he's got to keep the goals coming, and this was a great game for him today just to get another goal on the score sheet. His all-round interplay and interlinking with his teammates was good, maybe not as good as we have seen it, but I thought Martial, after a bit of a frustrating start to the game, he really kept on trying, really kept on working, and he got that goal in the end, which was great. Leaf Comedy, thank you very much for the stats here, my friend, to finalise it. He says, Rashford has 19 goals this season, 14 in the league. Oh my days! Hopefully you're right there, my friend. If that's the case, as I was saying, I mean, that's a stunning return from him. We were wondering if he could get 20 at the start of the season, and that's maybe as playing from a wide position. We thought he would be in the wide position with Martial being given the 9. He is playing in that wide position, so to get 14 goals at this stage from a wide position for a 21-year-old lad, it's absolutely amazing, man. People don't give Marcus Rashford enough credit, I don't think. He's not going to be the finished article. He's 21. I think he made his 200th appearance for United today. So he has had a lot of experience. He has. He's been playing for United since he was 18. He was Mason Greenwood back then. And now he's progressed. But he has come on. He has improved. He has progressed. And he is hopefully going to be that goal scorer for us from a wide position that we desperately need. He's already doing it. 14 league goals, 19 overall in all competitions this season. I mean, come on, my son Marcus. That is amazing. Abbas Sassani comments, Pig, would you give ratings? So let me just do a quick player ratings of the team then, just off the top of my head, obviously. I'm probably going to say I'd give David De Gea, a 6. Solid, didn't have anything to do. Harry Maguire gets a 7 for me. I think he's done a really good job in a couple of incidences, but again, didn't have all that much to do. Victor Lindelof gets a 6 from me. Didn't have all that much to do, didn't really put a foot wrong. Didn't see a lot from Victor Lindelof, which is always good, because when you do see a lot from Victor Lindelof, it's usually a freaking error or a mistake or a calamity. So very happy that he didn't really see too much from him. Give him a 6. Aaron Wan-Bissaka over on the other side, thought he was very impressive throughout. Very good going forward. Solid as a rock. I'll give him a 7. It wasn't the most stellar performance I've seen from him, but certainly very, very good standard from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So solid, man. One of our best players this season, no doubt about it. Over on the other side, Brandon Williams. I mean, I struggle to give him anything less than a 9, really. I know that's nutty, but he was up and down that left-hand side like a rat up a drain pipe. Defensive duties dealt with. Attacking duties dealt with. Balls coming in. Pepper in the 6-yard box from him from the left. Created a goal by winning that penalty. Tim Gruhl brought him down. I think he was just all-round outstanding today. 19 years of age, so I'd actually give him a 9 out of 10, which is a very high rating. The Pig doesn't give high ratings for no reason, honestly. In the centre of the park there, Matic, I'll give him a 7. Thought he'd actually done very good today. Even played a couple of forward passes. Kept hold of it well for United. Soaked things up at the back there for us. He played in front of the back four, obviously, and he just protected them. It was nice to see. So Matic put in a good display today. I'll give him a 7. Fred, I'll give an 8. I thought Fred's all-round performance today was good. Ticking things over, passing it around. Maybe that's a little bit too... No, I'll stick with it. I'll give him an 8 just because he did have a good influence on the game. Pass it around. Obviously, he didn't get on the score sheet or anything. But he was a really good player out there for us today in the midfield and just sprayed things around. Juan Mata today I thought was outstanding. I've got to give him a 9 as well. I thought he was brilliant. The assist that he got, his general all-round play, the ability to unlock a defence and have it executed right. He was excellent today. Juan Mata, we want to see more of that, to be fair. We've missed that Juan Mata for a while, and I hope that he can start to break his way into the team and be a consistent performer again for United, because he's got all the abilities to be that great technical player that can unlock a defence for us. So I'll give him a 9 as well. Andreas Pereira, bit of a, I'll give him a 7 out there today. I thought he's had a good performance. Definitely a good positive performance from him, causing all sorts of problems for the opposition, actually. So I'll give him a 7. And Rashford, to me, 2 goals. What can you say? He's got to get himself a 9 out of 10 performance. Martial up top there, I'll give him an 8. So there you go, just off the top of my head, very, very quickly, just very quickly to give you my breakdown of the player ratings. That is what I would give them. Let me know if you think I'm wrong or who you think deserves the man of the match. So the best 2 performers that I've given as an overall rating there were Mata and Williams. And I just about give the man of the match to Williams. Pablo Jones comments, fans really need to support Rashford, our academy. Never let us down, Pig. Well, apart from Jesse freaking Lingard. And Danny Welbeck and a bunch of other ones. No, to be fair, they've done all right. In fact, Jesse Lingard makes Danny Welbeck look like Messi, to be honest. But anyway, Rashford, academy product. He's a few years advanced from the position that Greenwood's in. Greenwood looks like even more of a natural talent, in my opinion. But Rashford, he's played 200 times for United. He's only 21. He's only 21. He's played 200 times. He scored 14 goals in the Premier League this season, 19 in all competitions from a wide position. Come on, Marcus. I mean, you can't be asking for more than that from a developing player. Absolutely brilliant. So Abbas Hassani's a little bit more strict with his player ratings. He's given Wan-Bissaka a 7, Maguire a 6, Lindelof a 6, Williams a 7. That's low. That is low for Williams there. Fred a 6, Matic an 8. Mata an 8, Pereira a 5, Rashford a 6, Martial a 9. You totally confused me with your selections there. I'm just going to discount your selections, Abbas Hassani. I appreciate you getting them in there. Appreciate you having your say, but discounted, mate. Oh... Anyway, Gatchawall says, ladies and gentlemen, please put a like on this video. Thank you, Gatcha. Yes, if you guys are tuning in to the live show right now, the post-match shows, do the pig a favour. Smash a cheeky little like on it. Smash a like on it for Mason Greenwood coming off the bench and scoring a goal. Smash a like on it for Rashford's freaking brace. And smash a like on it for Martial's goal too. And for Mata's performance and Williams' man of the match. Come on, my son! Pablo Jones comments, to be fair, Matic and Pereira should get a 6 at best. 3 points, God bless us all, mate. Thank you very much, Pablo. Yeah, I gave Matic a 7. I thought it was decent. And Pereira I gave a 7 as well. So yeah, depending on how you do it, I agree though. I think they were average, good, average to good. Joe O'Sullivan comments, Williams is a beast, give him a 9. Same as me. Williams put in a great performance left back. So good going forward, isn't he? But also very defensively sound. Just very impressive. He's got such a great football brain. Some of the passes he makes, like there was one incident where he's raging down that left-hand side. You think, oh, he's just going to whip up on it. But no, he just turned and he just played a perfectly weighted pass into Fred and put it on a plate for Fred to have a shot. Of course, it's still on the edge of the area. Still a lot to do. Fred got a shot on target there. But, that could have been a goal then. It's just all from Brandon Williams having the intelligence and the vision to be able to execute these sorts of little plays, to be able to see the runs of his teammates and play in the perfect pass and just tee it up for him. A left back is not expected to rip the opposition open all the time. But I tell you what, he's done it more so than any player I can remember for United in the last 10 games since Patrice Evra, if I'm being honest. I don't think anybody really has been that consistent over 10 games for us than Brandon Williams since Patrice Evra. What do you guys think about that? Am I wrong? I'm talking about a left back here, of course, not any other position, but at left back, because I don't think Luke Shaw's ever really had 10 consistently good games. Maybe that season actually just before he got that leg break injury, because I remember thinking that Luke Shaw was going to start to do it for us because he put in a really good run of results. So maybe I'm just talking shite. Anthony Evelyn says he's really impressed by Williams. Gary Wells comments, the hen will be late to bed today. Absolutely. Bernard Dean says Greenwood, get in. Yeah, Greenwood, star of the future. Star right now. He's got all the abilities in the world. Loving his super sub, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer instincts. Just coming off the bench, gets an opportunity, sticks in the back of the net. What can you say about that? But yeah, in terms of style, future RVP, in terms of liking the guy, seems like a very nice young lad. He's 18 years of age. I mean, to be 18 and playing to the standard he is in the Premier League for United is nothing short of astounding. It really is. It's like when Rashford first burst on the scene and was smashing them all in, but even better than that, because the types of the goals, the intelligence that's on display, the passing, the vision that's all on display is right out the top drawer, and he's only 18. We've got ourselves a very special player on our hands here, honestly. One for the future, but absolutely one for right now. One that can go on and be one of the best forwards in the world in a few years' time. I truly believe that about Mason Greenwood. Gary Wells comments, come on Spurs, shut the Scousers up. So yeah, a rare incident is when we want Spurs to do well. Of course, we want the Scousers to be shut up. We don't want them to win the league. They're miles ahead right now out there. I mean, if you look at some of the other fixtures that have happened today as well, the other scores that took place, Leicester lost 2-1 to Southampton, so that further increases the gap between Liverpool and Leicester. So at the moment in time, Liverpool are 13 points ahead of Leicester, but they've got 2 games in hand. So they could be 19 points ahead of Leicester if they win both their 2 games. So we've got to hope for Tottenham to beat Liverpool. Tottenham have just kicked off now. So Tottenham versus Liverpool is underway, 0-0 at the moment, obviously. But I hope Tottenham win. It's very rare that I say that. Henry Hotspur will be given it the big one on Wednesday if they do. But we're just going to have to take that on the chin. At least the Scousers won't win, eh? Matt Rush comments, yo pig, great game today. Great game, Matt Rush. Thanks very much for stopping by and getting in here, my friend. Yeah, it really was. Very happy with that one. I can't complain about anything, really. Matt Rush has also super chatted, thank you, my friend, and said, get Bruno in ASAP, better second half, Greenwood pure quality. I fully agree. When he came on, he just didn't put a foot wrong, scored a goal with his first chance. Outstanding performance from him when he came on. Bruno Fernandes would be very, very nice to get in there. Let's see what happens. We could still lose out to Spurs for him. We could still also not be prepared to meet the 70 million valuation or whatever it is that they've put on him. Because let's face it, we've got the Glazers and we've got Ed Woodward at the helm here, and they're just nightmares. Raymond Moore comments, Matter showed that he is the only number 10 United needs at the moment until we get Bruno. I fully agree with that. I mean, we did play him. He seemed to be out on the wide position at times, which I thought was a bit strange, but he did provide an assist from that wide position with a great cross in. His general all-round play, his vision, his execution, the ability of the man, how he just keeps hold of the ball there like a little terrier at times. I was so impressed with Matter's performance today. You know, you guys all know I really rate Matter. He's gone off the boil a little bit recently for us, though, and it had to be said. But I hope that he starts to put in these sorts of performances, and I hope that Ole Gunnar sees and understands that Juan Mata is 10 times the player, 10 times the technical player that Jesse Lingard is. Jesse Lingard's better at Juan Mata than one thing, and that is speed and running. And that's it. And that doesn't win you football games, you know. You can pass the ball faster than you can run. Simple as that. I agree with you, Raymond. Thank you very much for getting in here. Gatcha Wolf says, come on, United fans, smash a like on this live feed. If not for United, but for the pig. Thank you very much. Gary Wells says, Liverpool hit the post already. Spurs looking shaky in defence. No surprise there. Derek Jason says, hey, pig. Hey, Derek. Thank you for getting in here, my friend. Great to see you. Come on, United. Have some of that. Matt Rush, another super chat from me. He says, crowd singing, Glazers out. Great to hear. Yeah, that is great to hear. I saw a lot of green and gold out there as well. Not only from the Canaries players on the pitch wearing their green and yellow, but the green and yellow of Manchester United fans is out there to be seen in protest. That's what needs to be happening. I hate to say it. I don't want to see United go backwards, but MUTV, cancel your subscription. Don't go to as many games, you know. Don't buy the merchandise at the moment. Don't buy the new shirts and the cups and all this shite at the moment. Hit them where it hurts. And now that's going to hurt our club. Of course it is in the short term. It is. But it might just give them a reason to go. It's not as profitable as it should be. Let's sell up. Gary Wells comments, Spurs are in for Bruno also. I fear our board will fold. Yeah, in terms of, you know, who's going to have bigger say here. Daniel Levy doesn't really traditionally spend that much on players, but he's probably made certain assurances to Jose Mourinho that he will be allowed to spend. I'm sure Jose wants him. Eriksen's going out the door soon. If we don't get Bruno Fernandes, I think we should get Christian Eriksen. I know he's 27. I know he'll cost a lot in terms of wages, but he's only 27. He's a very good player. Like, he's proven. So I rate him a lot. There we go. Pablo Jones says, what do you think about Daniel James so far, Pig? I think Daniel James, he's had a little bit of a taper off recently. Only the last couple of games. Up to then, he's been one of the best players for United this season. It really has. £15 million coming up from the Championship. Surprise package. I don't think any of us expected him to be as good as he actually has been for us. I thought maybe a lot of us thought it's one for the future who can help out a bit now. But if he's fit, I think he's first name on the team. Well, one of the first names on the team sheet. I say that about everybody. It makes no sense. But as a winger, we're light in those areas. As a winger, he's so pacey, he takes a man on, he's so good. So in those terms, for a ringer, like right wing right now, he's first name on the team sheet for me. In that position, anyway, is what I mean. Thank you very, very much. Matt Rush says, Eriksen gone, picked into 100%. Is it 100% though? I saw something about that area. Is it confirmed though? Is he there holding the shirt? That's what I want to know. But you might be right. And if I was Spurs, there's no way I'd sell him to Manchester United or any other team in the Premier League. I'd much rather see him depart and go out in the window to an abroad club. Our Qings comments, Campbell is quite good. Yeah, he is. I mean, he's one we should look out for the future for sure. Rate him, love it, like his movement. Very good young prospect. Right, lads and lasses, I'm going to wrap this video up. I just realised we've got 33 minutes on the stream and I've got to crack on and get on with a few things. But thank you so much for tuning into the post-match reaction show today. Just the usual hardcore legends in here today because obviously United have won and we won well. So all you tossers out there who just tune in for the rants, well, they're not listening to me because they're not here because they just tune in for the rants. But yeah, have some of that. Anyway, I'm going to say thanks to you guys and gals out there for tuning in for the watch along also and making it so fun. Do the pig a favour, smash a cheeky little like on this video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You can also click the bell to be notified when we post on this channel. So please go ahead and do that. We've got all sorts coming up this week. I'll just say if you've not seen the Pig and the Hen show on Wednesday, we brought it back on Wednesday. So if you want to watch a podcast of me and Henry dissecting football, United and Spurs, all that good stuff, check it out. Also, I did a rap preview for the Norwich City game, which actually didn't curse us for once. Usually when I do that, we lose and we have a nightmare. But it did not curse us for once, so I'm happy about that. Go and check that out if you've not seen it, called Fire in My Room for the Norwich City game. But yeah, you have yourselves a good one. Thanks so much for tuning in. You can follow me on social media at Mr. Flying Pig HD if you're that way inclined. Please do that. Also, if you want to give this a share on social media, it's always much appreciated when you guys share it. Whoever shares it gets the word out. Do the pig a favour too. I know you're all commenting in the live chat here, and I want to give you some shout outs. Scujo1, Matt Rush, Michael Fletcher, iPoddy24, Bernardine, Gatcher Wolf Gamer, The Saint, Michael Fletcher, our Kings, and I think I've said a couple of those already, but thanks so much for getting in here. If you want to do the pig a favour, even though you've commented in here, and I've probably already answered your question, come back once this vid is finished, and comment anyway. Just comment again on the in the not live comments, because that will definitely help the pig out in terms of the algorithm on YouTube and stuff. So please help me. Let's see if we can get 30,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the year. That's what we're aiming for. We want 30,000 by the end of 2020. The only way we're going to do that is if you guys tell your granny and your granny's friend B about it. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up, but come on, my son, get in there. United dominant against Norwich, 4-0 victory, clean sheet, 3 points in the bag, 5 points off of Chelsea. We've developed a slight gap between us and the teams behind us. Sheffield United 2 points behind, Spurs are 4 points behind. Obviously, they're playing Liverpool right now. But come on, my son, get in there. Need some sign-ins. The Glazer's out. Ed Woodward, you pie-faced little toad, get out of this football club. But while they're still here, please sign some players. We do need them. This victory against Norwich doesn't change anything. We need to sign players. We've got real lack of strength in depth and quality. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. You have yourselves a bloody good evening and a great rest of the weekend. I'll see you soon. You've been watching the Flying Pig on Flying Pig United. Take it easy. And come on, United. Boom shanker. There we go, lads and lasses. Thanks for stopping by for this post-match analysis show. Went on a little bit longer than I had intended. I'm going to be late now, but never mind. I just get carried away. I can't stop speaking when I'm on here. So thanks for getting involved, guys. Every single one of you for tuning in. This post-show credits roll is just for really to say thanks to the people that support this channel on Patreon, which does help the channel grow and hopefully help me improve some of the quality and aspects of it in the future going forward. So thanks to you all. Also, what I am going to do is add channel members to this list that are subscribed like Gungshi to the second tier, and that will also get you on here. I would say everybody, but then it's going to take a lot of typing and this is going to go on for a heck of a long time. So this is just really the Patreon credits and also the other channel members. But there you go. It's just a thank you to say thanks for doing that, guys. But yeah, have yourselves a good weekend. Thanks for stopping by once again. Like, subscribe, comment. You've been watching the Flying Pig on Flying Pig United. Come on, United!